Welcome to the FitForFifty podcast, featuring your host, Lee Phillips.
Well, here we go. I'll give this a bash. Driving at the moment, but it's all hands-free, so we're good. It's episode 7 already, and I, again, as usual, have no plans, no script, nothing. It's going to be unedited, straight out the head, out through the mouth, into your ears. This is the hashtag FitForFifty podcast. I'm Lee Phillips, and hopefully so far you guys are enjoying this. According to the whole 2 people from the last episode, yes you are. I put a wee poll on the Spotify thing, and 2 people said that they enjoyed it, so that's a win in my eyes. Numbers are steadily increasing. Looking at the analytics, being a bit of a data geek, those kind of things are things that I really, analytics is something that I used to get really excited about. It's not as much of a part of my life anymore, but I still like number crunching and see where things are trending and all that kind of nonsense. So, bit of a recap on last week, how last week was going. I was at the gym, looking after my calories. Total weight loss so far since coming back from holiday is now 12 pounds. For those of you that don't speak in pounds, it was 5.4 kilograms. So that's not a bad drop so far. Still got quite a wee bit to go. I've been looking at the goal setting, and my sister-in-law, Dr. Katie, was saying to me that it's not just good enough to have achievable goals, realistic achievable goals. You have to build around that, and I'm paraphrasing here because she's the expert and I'm not. You have to build around that the mechanisms and how you're going to achieve these goals. So saying I want to lose weight, yes, that's great, well done, but how are you going to do it? So I want to be able to see my toes again. I was going to put something else, say something else. I think toes is a bit more PC and a bit more kind of PG friendly. So, but still want to see that as well, but that's not the point. So toes, I want to see the toes again, but how? So it's like, what are you going to do to get you to that point where you can achieve seeing your toes again, apart from cheating and sitting down and putting your feet up? So it's like working on losing weight, but how are we going to work on losing weight? Well, I'm going to watch what's going in the mouth versus what used to go in the mouth, and that's not a penis joke in case my brother's listening, because that would be the first thing he would think of, because he's mad for the cock. It's about what other exercise am I going to do? Am I going to do cardio? Am I going to do weights? Am I going to do a mix of the two? So all these things are super important when it comes to setting your goals, that you don't just, I think the analogy that Dr. Katie put in was, all these athletes don't just set their goal on winning a gold medal. They have so many other attributes and plans and all these different things to help them achieve those goals, to make it a realistic and more achievable outcome. So I showed them I took a photo of the goals, and what I did was goal number 1 this, goal number 1 this, goal number 1 this, and that's not me just stuttering and repeating myself. Each goal I rated as number 1, because I feel that it's, rather than just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, it's more important that I find that I give everything the priority. Whether that's the right way of thinking or not, that's yet to be seen. But for me, I don't want to just say, yeah, I really want to do this first, and I want to attack them all and go at this with as much effort and enthusiasm as possible. So to help me lose weight, I'm going to be sticking to a maximum calorie intake of 2,100 per day. I want to do between 3 and 5 exercise sessions a week. I want to get my steps in 10,000 a day, which this is the bit I'm finding tricky because when there's days I'm doing a lot of editing, it means a lot of sitting, and I need to get out of that mindset of that's okay and try, and yes, I need to edit, but getting up and walking about, and yeah, I might not achieve the 10,000 steps, but doing more than 1,000, 2,000, getting up to even 5,000 would be better than nothing. And at least I would be mobile, and it would actually do my body more benefit, getting up and giving it a stretch and working in the hip flexors and all these kind of things that tighten up as you sit down, and these things lead to injury, and that's why I've had issues around the hips and the adductors and abductors in recent months. So yeah, I really kind of want to fix that. Talking about sessions, what did I do last week? I had a session on Tuesday, and then I couldn't do the Wednesday in-person session at the gym, so I booked in for the online session with Scotty. I got my mat out, got my booty band out, sitting there, smug as shit, scrolling on my phone, and all of a sudden this message comes up. Do you forget? I was like, forget what? Question mark. And then instantly clicked, and this is 10 to 1 by this point, instantly clicked. I went, oh shit. The session started at 12:30. So, stupid old me, sitting there thinking I was 10 minutes early and I had enough time to sit and have a wee nosy in the old apps and scroll and all that kind of stuff, was actually 20 minutes late. And you know what, that's pretty dismal. That's dismal behaviour, because somebody's got to plan that class and plans it for a certain number, and you're just a bit of a fanny for forgetting. So I made sure that this morning or this afternoon, I didn't miss it. I set an alarm for 12 o'clock. I got it in my head, it was 12:30, and I was online, on time, and that's all that matters. So I did my session. But then, there you go. So that's important, is like, when you're making these plans, don't just, if you're going to commit to something, make sure you get the times right. It's super important. I went to the trampoline park on Monday. I think, did we? I can't remember actually. Last week seemed so far away. Thursday had session in the gym, and then also had nice speed bump or pothole, whatever you want to call them these days. I had basketball at night, and it was a good session, 2 hours. It's kind of pre-season at the moment, so it's not like full-on team stuff. There's a few new faces, a few folk that I just hear over the summer and stuff like that. But again, I was working on making sure that injury-wise, the injury that's held me back for the last few months didn't reoccur, and I was happy that so far no pain. So I feel good about that. And then Friday we had the boxing session. That was great. Saturday, back to filming a wedding. That was a long ass day. Left the house at 20 to... No, hold on. Left the house at 7:40 a.m. Picked up my other shooter, Ross, at 8. And that was me out the house all day, up to Drumtochty Castle to film a wedding, and didn't get home till just around midnight. So pretty beat. Didn't really manage to hit my 10,000 steps, which is bizarre, because I was going to say because Ross managed to hit his, but he's got wee shorter legs than me, so that's every possibility, and that's how he managed that. But still sitting about 8,000-9,000 steps, which isn't too shite or too shabby. And that's a week in review. I can't remember Sunday at all. It was fairly chilled. This week, I'll come back to this week in the next episode. But we've got basketball tonight, looking forward to it. Just keep working in the fitness, getting old... what's this big bus prick doing? He knows exactly... Absolute bail end. They'll let him in. Instant poll when nobody been able to answer because I haven't put this online yet. But this McNairn's coaches has come all the way up this massive line of traffic and is trying to push in because he's a big bus. I'm not letting him in. Fuck him. Been what? Oh, get fuck. This is the bonus of this being unedited. Don't let him in. Oh, yeah, absolute pussy. Mr. Jagger, let him in. I think I'm just going to flip him the bird when we do this and just say, fuck you, stupid cow. There you go. Sorry, that was a total digression there, but it was a needed digression. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's staying safe. Right now, the UK is in a bit of turmoil with all this pockets of rioting throughout the UK. Thankfully, it's not came north of the border, but I do have a lot of friends that stay south of the border, so I hope there's nobody affected by it. Nobody's been caught up in it because it's just a shitstorm at the moment. I don't fully... I'm not going into the politics of it. I've not really kept on top of it, but just stay safe, people. Watch yourselves. And yeah, much love to you all. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening, and remember, clean your teeth.